Karena alhamdulillah hari ini adalah hari yang ditunggu-tunggu oleh para debaters yang sudah sangat antusias, selalu bertanya, japri, baik guru maupun, anak-anak semua untuk menanyakan kapan kita akan mulai untuk, seleksi debat tingkat provinsi. Dan hari ini adalah hari yang kita tunggu-tunggu. Yang terhormat Ketua Sub Kelompok Peserta Didik dan Pembangunan Karakter Bidang SMA Dinas Pendidikan Provinsi DKI Jakarta, Pak Ujang Suherman, yang kami hormati Bapak Ibu Panitia, dan juga Kak Anggi sebagai Chief Adjudicator, para adjudicators, Bapak Ibu guru pendamping, dan juga debaters yang keren-keren. Alhamdulillah hari ini kita akan mendengarkan technical meeting atau technical meeting dari pelaksanaan NSDC 2024 Provinsi Jakarta. Untuk itu, demi lancarnya acara kita, marilah kita sama-sama mengucapkan basmalah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Dan saya mau memastikan kembali bahwa semua peserta yang ada di sini adalah peserta yang sudah terdaftar di BPTI ya. Yang sudah didaftarkan di BPTI, yang kemarin kita sudah ingatkan berkali-kali, sebelum tanggal 30 Maret, semuanya sudah terdaftar gitu ya. Kita memastikan itu aja. Untuk itu, mari kita sama-sama mendengarkan arahan dari Ketua Subkelompok Peserta Didik dan Pembangunan Karakter Bidang SMA Dinas Pendidikan Provinsi DKI Jakarta, Bapak Ujang Suherman. Kepada Pak Ujang, the time is yours, Pak.
Oke, makasih Bu Desi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Selamat
wabarakatuh.
siang, salam sejahtera buat kita semua, salam sehat, salam bahagia buat kita semua. Yang saya hormati teman-teman panitia, Mas Wildan, yang saya hormati Bapak Ibu guru pendamping, dan yang sangat Bapak banggakan adalah seluruh peserta didik yang hadir dalam ruang Zoom ini. Pertama dan paling utama, kita mengucapkan puji dan syukur kepada Allah SWT, Tuhan yang Maha Kuasa, atas berkat rahmat karunia-Nya kita bisa melaksanakan technical meeting secara virtual. Ada beberapa hal yang ingin saya sampaikan. Yang pertama adalah tadi sudah dipertegas oleh Bu Desi bahwa satuan pendidikan sudah mendaftarkan peserta didiknya. Itu yang utama. Kenapa? Karena nanti ikut dan seterusnya, tapi tidak terdaftar, maka tidak diakui pula untuk ke jenjang provinsi ataupun ke nasional. Nah, dalam hal technical meeting nanti akan dijelaskan oleh teman-teman panitia secara teknis. Saya hanya menjelaskan secara garis besar. Jadi kegiatan kita hari ini yang pertama dan utamanya adalah menyamakan persepsi tentang langkah-langkah lomba. Jadi lombanya akan dilaksanakan kapan, lalu penjurian. Jadi kita akan dilaksanakan pada hari Senin tanggal 29 April 2024 mulai dari jam 8 sampai dengan 16.30. Dan yang perlu anak-anak juga lakukan, mohon Bapak Ibu guru pendamping, perlu kesiapan yang maksimal dari anak-anak, karena secara otomatis ini adalah kesiapan untuk memasuki atau kita sebut seleksi di tingkat provinsi. Jadi artinya nggak boleh main-main nanti ketika hari Senin harus sudah menyampaikan hasil dari seluruh peserta didik. Lalu yang kedua adalah berbagai informasi nanti, karena ini adalah panitia dari MGMP Bahasa Inggris, maka mohon dilihat Instagramnya MGMP Bahasa Inggris Provinsi DKI. Yang berikutnya adalah Karena lomba ini berjenjang, saya harapkan anak-anak ini sudah masuk nanti di provinsi, kita bisa masuk ke nasional, bahkan mungkin bisa ke internasional. Ini adalah harapan karena prestasi anak-anak menjadi wujud pula keberhasilan Bapak dan Ibu dalam proses pembelajaran sehingga memiliki prestasi yang baik. Yang kedua, akan dilakukan penjurian. Penjurian kita ini sejak tanggal 30 April sampai dengan tanggal 3 Mei. Jadi dari durasi yang masuk nanti teman-teman juri, teman-teman panitia akan mengklasifikasi dari peserta mana yang memang memenuhi syarat dan persyaratan. Kita memiliki kewajiban dari hasil penjurian, insya Allah akan diumumkan pada tanggal 8 Mei. Sehingga sekali lagi teman-teman juri memang kalau pesertanya banyak cukup ekstra ini kerjanya, sehingga saya berharap tetap menghasilkan yang terbaik. Nah, DKI punya kewajiban sebelum anak-anak memasuki ke tingkat nasional, kita akan lakukan yang namanya pembinaan. Insya Allah pembinaan akan dilaksanakan pada tanggal 3 sampai dengan 14 Juni. Artinya saringan dari pengumuman pemenang itu akan masuk dan kita lakukan pembinaan pada tanggal 3 sampai 14 Juni. Nanti pelaksanaannya secara nasional insya Allah tidak ada perubahan tanggal 19 sampai dengan 24 Juni. Jadi kesiapan anak-anak peserta didik ini harus betul-betul siap untuk tidak hanya sampai pada tanggal 24 ya, tanggal 29, tapi anak-anak terus kalau bisa sampai tanggal 19 dan 24 Juni. Jadi sampai ke tingkat nasional. Mudah-mudahan sekali lagi DKI memperoleh prestasi yang terbaik sehingga ini juga menjadi barometer bagi keberhasilan pendidikan yang ada di Provinsi DKI. Itu saja yang bisa saya sampaikan. Selamat mengikuti technical meeting untuk kegiatan debat bahasa Inggris. Dan sekali lagi, Bapak Ibu Guru mohon dipandu dengan baik sehingga anak-anak kita memperoleh hasil juga yang terbaik. Terima kasih. Saya tutup. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih banyak atas arahannya, Pak Ujang. Arahan sekaligus harapan dan doa bagi kita semua peserta didik untuk mendapatkan hasil yang terbaik dan nanti akan ada pembinaan dan juga diharapkan bisa mewakili Provinsi DKI Jakarta mempersembahkan yang terbaik untuk Provinsi DKI Jakarta. Terima kasih banyak, Pak.
Ya,
Selanjutnya kita akan mendengarkan penjelasan teknis dan mekanisme dari Kak Anggi. Kak Anggi adalah Chief Adjudicator. Ini informasi bocoran dikit ya, Pak Ujang, Kak Anggi ini lagi di rumah sakit loh, tapi dedikasi sekali beliau. Jadi anak-anak semuanya juga tolong jaga kondisi kesehatan. Sekarang DBD sedang outbreak gitu ya, sedang benar-benar mulai lagi. Jadi kalian semua jaga kesehatan ya guys ya. Oke, kepada Kak Anggi kami persilahkan.
Oke, terima kasih Miss Desi. Terima kasih Pak Ujang atas sambutannya. Selamat siang semua. Perkenalkan, nama saya Anggi, selaku Chief Adjudicator untuk seleksi NSDC Jakarta tahun 2024 dan juga coach untuk NSDC. Sebelumnya, perkenalkan saya untuk menyampaikan sesi selanjutnya dalam bahasa Inggris. Jadi nanti technical meeting dan alur pelaksanaan seleksinya akan saya jelaskan dalam bahasa Inggris untuk anak-anak peserta semua. Oke, saya izin untuk share screen. Oke, apakah terlihat? Aman?
Belum. Nah, udah, sekarang sudah. Oke.
Oke, baik. Oke, so I will start the technical meeting for the NSCC selection. All right. First of all, my name is Anggi. I'm from Atmajaya Catholic University of Indonesia, and I've been NSCC Jakarta coach since 2016, and then I skipped 2017, and I resumed in 2018 until now. And during these times, NSCC Jakarta has been 3 times national champion, 3 times national first runner-ups, and we have got 13 top 15 best speaker awards so far. So I am proud to say that NSCC Jakarta has always given the best for the national round, and we are hoping to welcome the best out of the best from the participants here to help NSCC Jakarta achieve another award to get another medal for Jakarta in the national round. With me, later on, there will be 5 more invited adjudicators. They are not here now with us, but these are accredited adjudicators in national level. They have accreditation for NSTC and also NUDC, the university level. So you're in good hands. So we will be the ones who check your videos later on. Okay. Okay, so this is the timeline. If you have a question, you can put the question in the chat box and I will check it later on. Okay. So today is the technical meeting, 29th of April. We will start the video submission at 9 a.m. Actually, it's until until 15:30 or 3:30. And hopefully on 6 May, we will have the result announcement for the final top 3 speakers that will represent Jakarta. This is the rundown for 29th of April. So we will do the first motion. So we will have 2 stages, tahap 1, tahap 2. The first one, we will start at 9 a.m. There will be motion launch, which is available on the Google Form tahap 1 and in Instagram of MGMP Bahasa Inggris. This is the account. Please follow this account because we will publish the motion and rundown again in this Instagram. Okay. So please add and follow MGMP_ENG_SMA_Jakarta. Okay, and then you will have 2 hours until from the motion launch until the submission of YouTube URL. So you will case build based on the motion as the first proposition. Okay, that's it. That is for the first stage atau tahap 1. And then you upload to the YouTube channel. It can be unlisted, it can be public, up to you. And then you submit the YouTube URL to the Google Form. Google Form tahap 1. We have 2 different Google Forms, so you cannot mix this up, right? After that, we will have break. And then at 1 p.m., we will have the second motion launch for tahap 2. Okay. Same thing, motion will be available on the Google Form itself and also in the Instagram. Okay, and for this one, you have more time. You have 2.5 hours to do case build, to watch first proposition video because you will be the first opposition here. Yeah, so you are the first opposition. So 2 stages, ya, tahap 1, tahap 2. Tahap 1, you are the first proposition or affirmative. Tahap 2, you are the first opposition or the negative. Okay, so you have to rebut or you have to respond to video of first proposition. We will provide the video on the D-Day. The link to the video is also available on Google Form and the MGMP Instagram. Okay. In more detail, yeah. This is the event breakdown for tahap 1. So expect a few minutes of buffer time in case of slow internet, but motion will be available at 9. We will upload. This is the example of the Instagram. Okay. Yeah, this is the Instagram. And then this is the Google Form tahap 1. You can screenshot. You can also save this link. Very easy directory, ya. NSDC Jakarta and NSDC JKT 2024 dash tahap 1. Okay. And then the same thing. So you have 2 hours here, and then tahap 2, the directory change to tahap 2. Yeah, very easy to remember. Okay, so don't worry, you will get this PPT shared with you later on. Okay. Nah, this is the example of the Google Form. Yeah. Welcome to video submission tahap 1. This is the motion. You will have the motion here. Yeah. And then you do the case build, you record your video, you upload to YouTube, and then you submit the YouTube URL here. Yeah. Put your name, the name that you use to register in BPTI website. Yeah. Asal sekolah, your school name, your nomor induk siswa, bukti pendaftaran BPTI, yeah, the screenshot of the page, and then link to video. This is the link. This is the YouTube link. Yeah. Remember that the YouTube link can be unlisted, can be public, up to you. Yeah, it's your choice. It's your privacy. Okay. Now enough of the technicalities of the D-Day. I hope that you understand the flow. It's very easy. I will repeat one more time. Okay, so motion launch, and then after that you case build. Okay, but for tahap 1, you are the first proposition. For tahap 2, you are the first opposition. Yeah, so 2 different roles, and I will explain later on if you are not familiar with it. Okay, now the scoring first. Yeah, the scoring range is 60 until 80. This is WSDC standard. Okay, with the average of 70. Right, so below 70 means that it's below average. Above 70 means that it's above average. Okay, and I will explain the difference. So 80 is the highest. This is like godly speech. Impossible to get. No one gets it. Oops, what is happening? Okay, never mind. All right. Score 77 until 79 are 4 arguments that are relevant, well illustrated, and there is no logical gaps, near perfect. Okay, and it's very hard to attack, like very, very strong arguments. 73 until 76 is arguments that are relevant, but occasionally there are some arguments that are hard to attack. Yeah, but both the score range 73 until 77, they are persuasive scores. Okay, please don't do anything with the screen. Okay, please don't annotate anything. Okay, participants. Okay, please don't disturb the explanation. All right, I'll continue. Score 71, 72, they are for speeches with relevant arguments, address the core issues of the debate, and have sufficient evidences. However, we can still see minor logical gaps. Okay. 70 is the average. What is average? Average means that the arguments are mostly all relevant, but some are not. Sorry. Okay, thank you. Let me continue. 70 here is the average. The arguments are mostly relevant. Sorry, please mute yourself. Let me just mute you. Okay. Right. I will repeat again. Okay, 70 is the average here, meaning the arguments are mostly relevant, and they address the core issues of the debate. However, there are still major logical gaps. What does it mean? It means that it is still quite easy to attack the arguments because there are some logical gaps in the explanation. Okay, so the speech is not as persuasive as the above average speech. All right. For 67 until 69, points are relevant. Okay, yeah, but the arguments, they have a lot of gaps and lacks of evidence. But some of the explanation might still be hard to follow. Okay, so that's 67 and 69. For 64 and to 66, the apparent difference or the obvious difference is the logical gap in the explanation is more apparent here. Yeah, and the speech is really, really difficult to follow, while in the previous range, only some part of the speech is difficult to follow. Yeah, 60 until 61, it's the content, some of them are not relevant, and a lot of explanation is not clear. A lot of claims, there are no analysis. For example, just saying something like this. Yeah, we support the banning of homework because homework makes students stressful. That's it. It is 60 until 63 score range because there is no explanation. Why does it make students feel stressful? What happens? What is why homework is the source of stress? Why, like, what is happening at the school? So a lot of things need to be explained, but this speaker does not explain it to the full extent. So just only one jargon. Yeah. All right. Let me continue. Okay. Disqualification. Let me try to clear this. Can I clear this? Oh, cannot. Okay. Okay. Disqualification. So this is important, guys. We've been doing this for several years, and we will not tolerate, firstly, cheating. So you cannot use Google, you cannot use ChatGPT, etc. Any tool, any similar tool, you cannot use it. If we find out and we have proofs that you use, for example, the same wordings between your speech and also the Google result, or maybe we find out that you are helped by your coaches or teachers, you will be disqualified. No tolerance. Number 2, under time. You have to speak for 8 minutes and 20 seconds. That's the rule. But if you speak for less than 4 minutes, then you will be automatically disqualified. Yeah, the time, the standard is 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay. A third, use of hate speech. For example, you insult religion, gender, ethnicity, race in your speech. We will also disqualify you. Number 4, wrong stance. For example, you have to debate, you are supposed to debate as proposition, but your speech is supporting the opposition. So it means that you support the wrong side. Also automatically disqualified. Okay. Next, how to decide the winners. So the mechanism is like this. One speech is scored by 2 different judges. Yeah, then we will take the average. For example, the first proposition speech, there are Judge A and Judge B. Judge A gives 70, Judge B gives 71. So the final score is the average between the two. So it's 70.5. And same example with B. So the total score of this speaker, yeah, as from the first proposition and first opposition speech, so is 70.5 plus 69, and then we take the average. So it is 69.75. So the final scores of all the participants will be sorted out based on the highest. Okay. So we have like around 400 plus participants. So all 400 scores will be sorted out. All right. In the event where there are 2 participants having the same scores on 3rd and 4th rank, so different judges will score the speech and become the tiebreaker. Yeah, and then the top 3 participants will represent Jakarta in national round and receive intensive training. So that's how it will go. Okay. That's about the like technicalities of the scoring. Now, more details about the motions. Maybe a lot of you are not familiar with the debating terms and what you should do in your speech. So I will explain now. So motions, yeah. Motions are statements about which topic you will debate on. If you are proposition, it means that you agree with the motion. If you're opposition, it means that you disagree with the motion. There is no neutral ground. So you cannot like, you want to be supportive as the position and you want to be supportive as opposition. No, there is no such thing, right? And you must match the level of extremity demanded by the motion. For example, if the motion is this house would ban homework, then as opposition, you cannot propose half banning. For example, I just want to ban math and physics homework because they are more difficult. No, you have to ban all types of homework. Okay. And you also have to match the level of generality demanded by the motion. For example, this house believes that the carbon tax brings more harm than good. This is a general motion. So you cannot make the debate about Indonesia or only developing countries because there is no such wording in the motion. Okay, so be careful about the motion and what the motion asks you to prove. There are several motion types that you have to know. We have policy motions, which is like this. This house would. TH is this house. Okay. This house believes that X is the actor should do something. That is policy motion. Yeah. This means that the policy is conducted by the state or the government. Okay. Yeah, pemerintah. Principal arguments are considered important when linked to the policy implementer. So if you want to bring principal arguments, it has to be in the interest of the government or the state. Okay, that is policy motion. Once again, yeah, TH is this house. Okay, so please don't get confused later on. Second type of motion is value judgment motion. This is THS, which is this house supports, this house opposes, THO, THO, or this house believes that. This requires no implementation of any policy, just discussion on whether certain things bring more harm than good, or vice versa. Next, imagine a world motion. For example, THP, or this house prefers, or this house regrets, yeah, THR, which is regretting something that has recently happened and wanting to replace it with something else. So you need counterfactual. Let me just quickly add here so you don't get confused. Okay. This one is this house prefers. This one is this house regrets. Okay. So please don't be confused. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you will find all the motion will be impromptu. Yeah. You can only know the topic of the motion on the D-Day on 29th of April. Yeah, there is no hint or whatever. You have to be ready with whatever motions are given later on. Okay. All right. The motion types, I will try to explain more tips here. Yeah. For this house believes that, this house opposes, and this house supports, from a general perspective, there is no actor in particular. Yeah. So you have to stack as much value, principle, or impacts on your side to win. But if the motion is this house would, yeah, which is policy motion here, yeah, policy motion, it means that this is a state matter, government matter, and you need mechanism to execute the policy. Yeah, you need to have mechanism and impact. Why you need, please stop annotating. Okay. Okay, I'll continue. Please stop annotating, everyone. All right. So next, another type of motion is SX, this house would. This means X is actor. For example, this house as Indonesia, or this house as parents, or as teachers. Yeah, this is actor debate. It means that you have to take into account the perspective of the actor here in the motion. Okay, so all the arguments should incorporate discussion why it is important for X, for the actor here. Yeah, for this house prefers, or THP, you are restarting the history from the beginning of the time. What is the example of this? For example, yeah, this house prefers a world with no lies. So you imagine a world where people cannot lie. Yeah. So we imagine, like, we restart a new world, and when humans are created, we cannot lie. Okay. So you have to imagine and you have to restart. That is this house prefers. In motion, this house regrets, or THR here, you imagine, if you it means something already happened. Yeah, something already happened, but you want to regret it. So you imagine, if this didn't happen, then other things would happen instead. So you have to explain why the other things, or let's say Z here, is better than X, the counterfactual. Okay, counterfactual is the reality that you prefer compared to the X or the object that you're regretting. All right, so then what you should do as first proposition or opposition, this is what you have to do in your speech later on 29th of April. Yeah. As first a proposition, you have to establish a strong background with clear stance. What does your team stand for? What is in your stance? What is not within it? About like 1 until 2 minutes. And then you have to bring the most important argument of the stance. Yeah. And you are suggested to bring 2 until 3 arguments, 6 until 7 minutes. So in total, you will have to deliver 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Remember, yeah. As first opposition, pretty much the same. However, you must bring rebuttals as opposition. Okay, about 3 until 4 minutes. And you can also integrate rebuttals into your arguments. And for the, if you want to separate the rebuttals and arguments, we suggest you to bring two until 3 arguments for 4 or until 5 minutes. Okay, so proposition and opposition actually pretty similar, but as opposition, you must bring rebuttals. Okay. How to make arguments then? How to elaborate the arguments? Yeah, good argument basically should have RL. Yeah, assertion, reasoning, example, and link back. What are they? Assertion is as easy as title of your argument. Okay, make sure that the title expresses the conclusion of your argument. For example, vulnerable individuals. First argument about impacts on macroeconomy, or principal assault to fundamental rights to exist. So this is the title of your argument. Reasoning is the process analysis that mechanizes why the assertion is true. For example, who are the individuals involved? Why does the argument have meaningful scale or magnitude? Why is the benefit comparatively bigger? What happens after a certain thing manifests? Does it impact other communities? So those are the reasonings, yeah, the logical explanation. Example is the supporting case studies or facts. It can be based on the true story. It can be based on history or your own explanation, your experience. Okay. Let me mute first. Yeah. Okay. All right. So example is, yeah, supporting case study based on your experience or others' experience or from the news that you read before. It can be used as example. Link back is, if the argument is true, how does it matter? Why is it relevant to the motion at the hand? How does it compare to other proven arguments on the table? Link back is basically like the conclusion of your argument. Note that in debate, we don't give you high score just because you spit out a lot of facts or numbers, because debate is not like that, but we want to know your logic and relevance. So as long as you have complete arguments with good logic, good examples, then you're good to go. Yeah, but if you only say, for example, yeah, we want to ban homework because as for example, you tell your own story, curhat gitu ya. As a kid, I used to hate homework. I cannot study. I think homework is useless. My friends also share the same thing. So only saying that stuff without any explanation, structural reason why why homework is the source of the problem, what is happening. Okay, so be careful with using examples. It's not the core of your arguments. This is the example of Arel, yeah. In this motion, this has been homework. For example, the assertion is homeworks add mental burdens to students, thus making them stressed out and unable to focus. Okay. You have to answer these questions in your reasoning. What happens in status quo? What happens when students are given homework? For example, you say, students have spent a lot of time at school. They have to study from morning until afternoon. And then after that, they have to join extra course. And after they go home from their courses, they have to do homework. Why is it harmful? Students are still in development. They are still growing. They need time to rest. They need time to self-actualize, to do their hobbies, to socialize with their friends. But because of homework, they have to spend a lot of time just finishing the homework. Yeah. So explain what is happening. Explain the step-by-step analysis. Why are they unable to focus? For example, students often get my example here, students often get tired. Some even fall asleep the following day at school and cannot fully absorb the materials well because they stay up late to finish homework, for example. Yeah. So they cannot get the maximum, output from studying because of lack of rest. Therefore, we have proven to you that homework at more stress, more stress and and make them unable to focus, for example. So this is just a structure and just an example, but I hope that you can get some gist of it. Yeah, use the structure RL to support your to create your arguments later on. Now to rebuttals. Okay, these rebuttals, it's for tahap 2, yeah, first opposition. Rebuttals, basically, they are arguments, attacking opposing teams' arguments. And there are several rebuttal types here. The first one, you said that the statement from your opponent is not true. For example, if the first proposition mentioned that homeworks make students stressful and unable to focus, as opposition, you have to say it's not true. Homework does not make students stressful. Explain why. Or maybe you have to use the second type of rebuttal, straight off. Yeah, the statement is true, we agree, but it is less important compared to our argument. Or the third one, flip. You might say, your statement is true, but it actually supports our side, not yours. Or you can also say devalue. Your statement is true, but only to a lesser extent than your claim. Or maybe you can say the next one, mitigate. X is true, but can be compromised using A, B, C, D. You can say like, we have other alternatives to stop the harm or to prevent the harm, something like that. If we go deeper in the even if your opponent, your point is true, this is actually a good strategy because you take the opponent's case on their base case scenario and you prove that their proposal is still wrong. Because let's say you say it's violating certain principle or other actor you wish to protect. Or you can also say, even if your point is true, there are other principles that are more important to be upheld rather than your opponent's principle. Or you can say it will further harm the objective your opponents and your team have been agreeing upon. Or you can say your opponent's benefit is not outweighing further harm it causes. So it's a trade-off. Okay, so a lot of types of rebuttals here, but I always recommend to try to disprove the argument first. So use the X is not true. Yeah, if you're let's say the motion is this house would abolish gender-based school. Yeah. So schools that separate women only or men only, we will abolish it, for example. Yeah. Or maybe let's change. For example, this house would abolish sekolah luar biasa. Okay. And the opposition and the proposition, let's say they argue that sekolah luar biasa actually does not promote enough integration between the SL-based students and the non-SL-based students. So that's why we want to abolish it. And we want to integrate SL-based students with other students in regular schools. As opposition, you want to say, it's not true that SL-based students do not interact with non-SL-based students. Yeah, so you always want to try to rebut the arguments by saying that your opponent's argument is not true. Okay, that is a good rebuttal. So you try to say that, no, what you're saying is not true. Okay, so obviously we if we want to really go in depth, we're not gonna have time, right? And this briefing is only for refreshment for you guys, what you have to do and what you have to prepare, okay? And I will go one more time into the event breakdown. Okay, again, don't forget to add and follow MGMP _eng_SMA Jakarta. This is to get update of the motion. And also the Google form here, you can also screenshot if you want, but this PPT will be shared with you later on as well. Yeah, stand by before 9 a.m. Okay, and then we will wait until 11 a.m. for tahap 1, and then we will close the Google form tahap 1. And then for the tahap 2, we will start at 1, and then we will close the Google form tahap 2 at 15:30. Yeah, we will close everything. No additional time, because we think 2 hours is more than enough. Okay. Is there any questions so far?
Yes, may I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Could you please
So,
mention your name and also the school? Thank you.
okay, thank you. My name is Ansal from SMA Kemal Bayangkari 1 Jakarta. And previously, one of the rules states that we can't specifically talk about Indonesia or other countries if the motion is not about it. So, is it fine for us to briefly mention them as an example?
Yes, totally okay.
Okay. And also, can we use whiteboards or any other tools to support our opinion?
Use what, sorry?
Whiteboards or any other tools to support our opinion?
Oh, no, only full
Or just
speech.
speaking? Okay.
Yes.
So is it also okay to take a couple of takes for the recording session?
It's up to you and your strategy. What we see is whatever you put in the Google form.
Okay. Next question. Can we find materials or from books written by scholars or research?
No.
No. So we only have to use it from our minds and our
Yes.
opinion.
Yep. If you
Okay,
happen to, for example, you read a news somewhere and you remember it, you want to integrate it in the speech, that's totally okay. But no Google, no help, no other external help during the case build.
Okay. And also, how should we know that other students during the case building section is not using that ChatGPT or any other support from people?
Judges will know. There will be
Okay.
inconsistencies.
And last question, is there any rules about how we open or during our debate for speaking? For example, like we must state this house objects or this house agrees. No,
It's
so
totally
up to
up to
us.
you. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Thank you for the answers, and for any other contestants that want to ask, feel free.
No worries.
Hello, I have a question from
Yes.
SMK Jakarta. So,
Yeah.
as you stated earlier, with the example of the motion with this house believes that we should ban homework, you have said that we cannot limit the motion to, for example, as you said earlier, just limited to physics and math homework. So I would like to ask you, when we're making a first-person speech, we use parameters to make the motion more specific. Are there any limitations to making parameters, or are they not allowed in this case?
I have to say it depends on the motion. But most of the motions, I can assure you that it will not require an like complicated limitation on 29th.
Okay.
It's supposed to be very straightforward.
Okay.
So no need to worry. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, excuse me, yes.
Yes.
I would like to ask a question. So, like as you stated before, if we're not allowed to do any research through the internet while doing the case build, then how do we expect or prepare what the motion would be prior to the competition day? Or it's just going to be a surprise?
Yeah, it's going to be a surprise. It's a standard NSDC competition and WSDC competition as well. So what you have to do is you have to equip yourself with all types of motions and topics. What I can suggest you is watch a lot of debate videos in YouTube, and try to train case build by yourself, and read a lot of news.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. You first. May I ask my question?
Yes, please.
So I wanted to ask. Hold on, I'm blanking. So let's say, because each contestant will submit their questions independently, correct?
Yeah, they will submit their speech independently.
So let's say you guys get like several different contestants submitting somewhat similar results. Are they going to be questioned or not? Like, how are we supposed to know if some other contestant is going to have the same logical thinking as ours?
I believe that it's not only the even though okay, the aspect is not only the contents, but also the degree of persuasiveness, your manner, how well you deliver the speech, how convincing it is. So it will be a tiebreaker. So even though, let's say, your content is kind of similar, but the use of words will be totally different. The way you use, for example, hand gesture, body language is different. So we will also take that into account.
Oh, right. So body language will also be taken into. Okay, see. Thank you.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I would like to ask, this debate is using the system of like Australian Asian parliamentary or something?
WSDC, meaning
WSDC.
it is similar with Australs, 8 minutes and 20 seconds, however, with POI. But because this is not real competition, there is no POI.
Will there be a Zoom?
No, you will submit directly in the Google form.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you have to get ready, guys. We will not give you any broadcast, but on 29th, open the Instagram, MGMP Instagram, and you will find the information there. If you miss it, then you miss it. You miss it.
May I ask the question?
Yes, please.
So let's say with the proposition, right? We have to submit an 8-minute video or 8 minute 20 if I remember
Yes.
correctly. So is that for each participant or all the participants combined?
It is for one speech.
One speech.
Yes. So you have to make 2 speeches. One speech is 8 minutes and 20 seconds.
Okay.
All 3 people speak within 8 minutes.
Do all 3 people speak in that speech or just one?
One participant has to submit 2 speeches. So if there are 3 speakers from your school, it means that I will receive 6 speeches from your school.
So,
Thank you.
let's tutup.
Okay, no worries.
Could I ask?
Yes. Yeah, Semen 78, Semen 78.
So in case our YouTube has been taken, like, our YouTube video was taken down, is there any other like alternatives or solution to maybe trying to upload it
Yeah,
again?
okay, good question. If you have problem with YouTube, maybe you can try Google Drive. Anything that can be anything that has link, and you can copy paste the link to the Google form.
Thank you.
Okay, no
Hello,
worries.
excuse me. Can I ask a question?
Wait, one moment. Yes, Semen 56.
Okay, so in the video submission rundown, we're going to be having 2 motion. Am I correct?
Yes, correct.
So the first motion is going to be from the stage 1, which we will record and upload from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Am I correct?
Yes, yes.
And then we're going to take a break, and then there's going to be another motion launch, which we are going to be the opposition side.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes.
So it said that we have to record the. I'm sorry, we have to watch the first proposition video. Is that
Yes.
proposition video is going to be our proposition video?
No, different. There will be
Oh,
link. So you just wait on the D-Day. You will have link and you can watch the video later on.
So you're going to give us a proposition video for the motion, and then we're going to respond to that video?
Yes.
Okay, and I have another question. I'm sorry. My school sends 3 people for this competition. Are we going to be continuing as a team or as an individual?
Individual. You shouldn't.
Individual, okay.
Yeah, you guys okay. That's a good topic to be brought up. So even though you guys are from the same school, you cannot. It's not a teamwork. You compete individually. Whoever gets in, then they will get in. If the others they don't make it to the team, then yeah, it means that that's the final decision.
Okay, thank you for your answer.
Yeah, no worries.
Hello, may I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
All right, just to clarify, are we allowed to bring any like research papers that we printed and written by ourselves, so not any copy paste articles?
No,
Any other questions?
it's purely you and your mind.
Oh, okay.
All right,
Thank
perfect.
you.
Thank you.
No worries.
Can I ask a question? Sorry.
Yes, question. SMA Prestasi Prima.
Okay, I want to ask something about the specification on taking the video. Like, is it going to be portrait or landscape, or are there any specification on the dress code? Thank you.
Oh, okay. Just wear your school uniform. And then for like is it vertical or horizontal? It's up to you as long as it's clear. What's very important is you have to look clear. Your voice should be clear as well.
Okay, thank you.
Hi.
May I say, oh,
Yes, SMA 28.
Okay, thank you for your time. So I would like to ask one question. In this one specific statement, it says you must match the level of generality demanded by the motion, and we can't made it into a debate about like Indonesia or any developing countries. So like let's take an example of a motion, which is homeworks should be banned. And for example, I propose the motions. Am I still allowed to mention, like, for example, we propose this motion because Philippine is one of the most prestigious schools with with the lowest time on school time. And my question is it still possible for us to mention a specific country for our debate? And however, the motion
Yes.
generalizing to all countries.
It's okay if you use it as example, as long as it's not the only content of your speech, if you get what I mean. So you cannot make it as a like Philippine-based motion because it's not what the motion requires you.
All right, so to clear it up, then we're allowed to mention.
Yes, always, yeah, always allowed, but you cannot make it as just one single content of your speech.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
excuse me, may I ask a question?
Yeah, SMA 61 ya, please go.
From the previous questions, from what I got, that we cannot use other media or sources for our arguments when we're case building. Is that
Sorry,
right?
could you repeat?
We're not allowed to use other media or sources when we're case building. Is that correct?
Yes.
Even, so we're not allowed to use data from other sources or parties
Yeah, cannot.
in any kind of form?
Yeah.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
As if you remember it in your mind, for example, you read it somewhere, of course you can use it, but it's not allowed for you to Google it or like you read a book during the case building. No.
Okay, understood. Much.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
Okay, I'm from the high school Kamala Bayangkari 1 Jakarta, and I would like to ask for the first question is, how is the case building and recording preparation be timed? Like, how do we know like the time limit based from the
So it said that you have 30 minutes to prepare for case building and 15 minutes to prepare for the recording session.
Yeah, it's just a rough estimation from our side. And the rest of the time should be used to upload for YouTube. Because we are afraid that there might be some internet problem. So we give you more buffer time to upload to the YouTube.
Oh, so it's fine
But
for us to have an hour to case building as long as we're
technically, yeah.
Oh yeah, fine. Okay. Next question.
Okay, for the next question, more specifically, when we are speaking, can we quote on focusing on a certain mindset from a certain person, or is it strictly our own opinion and knowledge?
Yes.
you can quote from other person. However, be careful to not use it as the sole, the core content of your speech or arguments. And remember, what we score is in the logic. We don't care whoever said whatever quote. We want to understand the logic, why your argument is important, what is happening, what is wrong, what is beneficial from the motion.
All right, so the next question is for the second stage, the video from the opposition, is it from the other participants or from you guys?
From us.
All from you, okay. That is all, thank you.
Okay, no worries.
Hi, I have a question. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Can I go?
Yes.
Okay, so I heard that it was going to be posted on YouTube. I'm sorry, but if somebody posted on public, say Team A posted on public, and then Team B saw the video and sort of replicated that, how would the adjudicators know? Or would there be points taken off? I'm scared of any sort of copying.
We can receive complaints. However, yeah, we can receive complaints, but I think it's best to just make it unlisted if you are afraid.
Oh, okay. Aside from that, I'm sorry, I wanted to clarify. I wanted to clarify because I didn't hear very correctly. However, since there are 3 speakers, that means each speaker makes a video by themselves and posts it by themselves, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. That's all.
I want to ask.
Can we ask?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Which one is going to ask?
104 SMA 104.
All right. I would like to ask multiple questions. First off, can we use props in our uploaded video? For example, if you want to illustrate our point, we can use our objects that we can find in our
No.
bag in the recording of the video, or
No, it's not storytelling.
I mean, I see. Second question is personal examples taken on the personal life is valid in our argument, despite
Yes.
the subjectivity attached to it.
Yeah, it's okay as long as it is relevant with the argument.
Right. Last question. Can we cite research papers in our argument if we read it before we watch or get our motion?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Thank you. That's all.
May I ask a question?
Honorable members and honorable adjudicator and fellow members, I would like to ask if, or well, to confirm if it is allowed, if contestants are allowed to write down their arguments on empty pieces of paper and read them.
Yes,
That should be
totally
the norm.
okay.
Thank
Totally
you.
okay.
Hi, can we ask?
Yes.
Excuse me. As aforementioned, that we are not allowed to use any online resources or books, for example, how can it be ensured of? How can we ensure that all the certain participants is not using any online resources for their arguments? Thank you.
Follow up to that, will there be like some sort of online meeting that will be used
as an advice
during the case building process? Thank you.
No.
May I ask a question?
Wait, is this from the same school?
No,
we both are from the same school. The
Oh,
guys.
no. Let me answer Lab School Jakarta's question first. How do we make sure? Usually we will find inconsistency in the speech. For example, one part of the speech is so informal, but after that it sounds so formal because they just straight copy paste from Google or from ChatGPT. It's very easy to identify. And other than that, what we want is the depth of the logic, the explanation, and ChatGPT cannot do it. especially and usually if they use ChatGPT or similar tools, it will be the same. We will catch other participants like creating the same contents. So it's clear that those participants are using ChatGPT, so we will disqualify them.
Regarding the other question
Oh,
that
and no, we will not have any like Zoom meeting, whatever, to like observe the case building. It's the same. Even in the national round by Puspresnas, it's also the same.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries. Next SMA, I think 88.
Yes, can I ask? One of the things that you said that we cannot be neutral about things or have banning, but at the same time, there's also things like mitigation and trade-off where we say things like we agree, but there's some things that are more important than that. Does that count as something neutral, or what counts as something neutral?
Oh, neutral.
We would like to ask another question. As our school sent 3 students as delegations, and we are competing individually, can we post from various accounts, or do we have to use a singular account for each student, for each participant? Thank you.
Okay. Okay. The first question about neutrality. What I mean by neutral is, for example, as a speaker, you don't take stance. You don't want to say, oh, I want to ban homework. No. But instead you say, I think homework is still okay. But sometimes homeworks can also be painful. So it's unclear, right? You're trying to be neutral here. You don't want to go both. That's how. But mitigation is different. Mitigation is, as opposition, you want to say, homework, the stress coming from homework can be mitigated, can be prevented. For example, by parents giving the children time to, let's say, play outside or play video games, give them some buffer time, or saying things like, parents nowadays understand better about children's mental health, so homework will still be counterbalanced with care by from the parents, for example. So it's different.
Okay, please.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
May I know that how many speakers there are going to be selected to the national team in Jakarta?
Okay. Sorry for that. To answer 988's question, it's up to you if you want to upload the video using the same account. For example, your school's account, that's up to you. If you want to upload it like on your individual private account, that's up to you as well. Yeah, to answer 11, we choose 3 people.
Only 3 people.
Oh, okay.
Only 3. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me.
That's all. Thank you.
Yes.
Excuse me, can I ask?
Yes.
So are we related to our to upload the video? Are we allowed to edit the video, like put some subtitles underneath?
No. Let me wait. Yeah. I think there are some similar questions in the chat box. No, you cannot edit. It should be rough. No cuts, no text, no noise reduction. It should be unedited.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Next. Wait, let me answer one first. In the chat box, can I clarify something? A student has to prepare 2 speeches. Do you mean 1 speech for a proposition? Oh yeah, thank you. Already answered, yeah, in the chat box. Okay. Any other team?
Can I ask?
Yes. Yes, Aurelia.
Oh, okay. Is my voice clear enough?
Yes.
Okay, so I was wondering if we could search something on Google during the case building, just like the data for our arguments to be
No.
more hard to attack, just the
No.
data, like No?
No, it's a hard no.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay.
Excuse me, can I ask something?
Yes.
Hello, can we ask questions?
Wait, SMA B Riza Fitri first.
Okay, may I ask question?
Yes.
Is it possible if we have more than one argument in 1 hour debate text?
Yes, of course. As I put it here, we suggest you to bring 2 or 3 arguments in one speech.
All right, thank you very much.
Okay, no worries.
Hi, can we ask just to clarify another question and answer?
Yes.
As previously mentioned, that it's a hard no for us to research or do an online research regarding for the data. But the committee had aforementioned about that we are able to use a data as a supporting argument instead of our sole argument. Can you clarify about that? Because I mean we're not able to ensure that if this person had known the data for long ago or he or she just researched it like a while ago. Thank you.
Yeah, I think you shouldn't worry much about the cheating part because again, if let's say all participants they cheat and they use data, it will not make them win. I already mentioned here, mere evidence, numbers, facts, examples cannot be argument. It cannot be a winning point. You cannot win because you bring data. You win, you get high scores because you have good and logical, structural arguments, because your speech is convincing, because you deliver in a very good manner. So you shouldn't worry about other participants cheating or not.
Hi, can we have a question?
Thank you.
Excuse me, can I ask something?
Yes.
This is regarding the YouTube video. When we upload it, is there a specific format for the YouTube title?
Just your name, your school. That's enough.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll ask one more question.
Yes.
I do understand that NSDC only choose top 3 speakers for the national route, but is there any like top 10 or 5, or can the other constantants who are not chosen get any appreciation certificate or anything like that?
I need to discuss. Maybe Miss Daisy can answer this part, or
what is it? What was the questions?
Ini Miss, if we only choose 3 people to represent Jakarta for national rounds, will we have like appreciation, like certificate for top 10 or top 15?
Oh, all right. Pak Wildan will. Well, last time actually we've got only 3 for the to get trophies, but they will be given certificate for best 10, if I'm not mistaken. They will be given a certificate only.
Okay. Thank you, Miss.
Anytime.
Please, sorry, I don't understand the answer. Can you please repeat this? I'm very sorry. I apologize.
The top 10 best speakers will get certificate.
But not the others.
No. I don't think so. How Miss Daisy? The only participants, will they?
No.
No, yeah.
No. Only best 10.
Okay, thank you very much. Hi,
No problem.
Hi.
Yes. Smak 1 Penabur cannot hear you. Can you speak longer sentences?
Hi. Are we audible?
Yes, you are now.
Would it be recommended for us to introduce ourselves within the video?
Up to you.
Also following up on the previous question, for the top 10 best speakers, will the speaking score be announced?
Yeah, supposedly.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
How can we access
Yes, we will. Well, here the case, if the case is like last year, for example, there's one participant cannot join, like she or he has
Oh yeah,
to
true.
exchange. The lower rank will represent
Yeah.
Jakarta.
Mm.
Clear? So we will announce the score.
Sorry, I have a question. May I question?
Yes.
So each of us have to make two videos that each videos have to be 8 minutes long, or it just the maximum duration? Because in the point it said before that we have to make a video that have to be 4 minutes.
No, the 4 minutes is if you want to be disqualified.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, no worries. Oops, where is it? Yeah. Okay, next question. Before we end the session.
Hello,
Yes.
I'm from SMA Negeri 8 Jakarta. I would like
Yeah.
to ask, is there any specific dress code kalau pas kita nge-record videonya? And second, di formatnya tadi sebelumnya dibilang kalau misalnya cukup nama sama sekolah, apakah nggak perlu ditulis ini yang speech proposition sama yang ini speech opposition? Because we're going to submit 2 video each person gitu.
It's up to you if you want that. What we care about is what you submit. If you mix it up between the tahap 1 and tahap 2, that's your fault. We will not tolerate it. If you think that adding up opposition or proposition will help you identify, then you do you.
Okay, thank you. Regarding the dress code?
No, the dress code, just your school uniform.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Next.
Can I ask more question?
Yes, Aurelia.
Okay, so, okay, wait, I'm blanking. Wait, sorry.
Okay, can we go to Seman 112 dulu ya? Nashua, you wanna ask question?
Yeah, so
Yes.
I'm Nashwa Karasa Juanda from SMA Negeri 14 Jakarta. I'd like to clarify. So we don't need to edit like captions or any pictures.
No.
Is not allowed. Okay.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. Next, Seman 47 Jakarta. Seman 47 Jakarta. Oh, nggak jadinya ya. Oke. SMA Al-Kasanah, Jakarta Barat. You wanna ask question? Oke. Man 11 Jakarta, Nurjana. You wanna ask question? Oke. SMA Beriza Fitri, SMA SYPIP. You wanna ask question? SMA Diponegoro 1, you wanna ask question?
Yes, I just want to clarify, is it essential to input evidence or examples into our speech?
It will help add degree of persuasiveness in your speech. So it's very recommended. Evidence can be your real life example. It can be data that you know, not because you cheat on Google or ask ChatGPT. But yeah, it will be essential.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Seman 8.
Okay, we have last questions. Is there any contact person that we can contact regarding the NSDC, misalnya untuk konfirmasi atau pertanyaan lain?
Oke,
Cek di IG aja. Di IG.
Oke, berarti kami DM di IG-nya aja gitu ya?
Yes.
Oke, thank you so much.
Thank you.
oke. Seman 103 Jakarta.
Yes, I would like to ask again. You said that it is okay for us to give like data that we remembered as long as we don't look from Google. Is that correct?
Yeah.
But what if we accidentally get that set data wrong? Will that like take away our points?
No,
All right, thank you.
but please don't lie just because we will know.
Okay.
All right. Next, Aisyah Fatia.
Okay, so you say that we can write it down our arguments, right? Well, can we read our arguments while making the video, while recording?
You can do that.
Thank you.
Okay. Next, Man 88 Jakarta.
Where will we get the
Sorry?
Where
You
will
wanna
we receive the PPT?
Oh, okay. Miss Desi, maybe after this, yeah.
Yes. I will share it to your teachers. I will share it. So we've got group of teachers. So I will share it to your teachers, and then they will pass it to you. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, Ihsan.
Yeah, I'm from Madrasah Aliyah Istiqlal. Just want to ask.
Ihsan, cannot hear you.
Oh, okay. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
We're from Madrasah Istiqlal. Just want to ask, in general, are the questions more political, social, or about economics? Like in general, what realm will the topics be about?
It's impromptu, so you will not know. You have to just prepare yourself for all the
Okay.
topics. Yeah.
Okay.
Why we do this? Let me clarify again, yeah, guys. Because we are searching for best of the best. Yeah, best of the best debaters from Jakarta. And in national round of National School Debating Championship, the national round, it's all impromptu. So we are doing the same thing. If you're not prepared of the topics, then maybe you're not ready. Okay, so guys, just make sure that you watch more debate videos. It will help you a lot. Yeah, we have a lot of learning resources in YouTube.
Okay. Thank you for the clarifications.
Yeah, no worries. Seman 112 Jakarta, Mutiara.
Okay, hello. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes.
Okay, so my question is, beforehand you said that we could read the letters that we have structured before for the case buildings, and when we record, we could actually read it.
Yeah.
My question is, if we constantly read the papers and then maybe like just in general constantly reading the papers, would it reduce the points that the judges are gonna make or give?
Oh, it will not reduce, but if you have good eye contact, you have good hand gesture, body language, and your manner is persuasive, your choice of words is very good, then it can add point, but it will not deduct any point if you don't do it.
All right, and I have another question.
Yes. Hello? 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 Mutiara? Oh, okay.
Hello.
I'm sorry. I think my phone just got cut off. I'm using my another
Oh yeah,
friend from the same school. Is it
yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah.
I apologize. So another question is, if the could we actually hold papers, or we could actually hold the notes that are set in our phone? Or we could only read papers and not just phone, not phones, devices.
Oh, yeah, please use paper.
Oh, paper. Okay. So we are not required to hold any devices besides papers.
Yeah, true.
Okay. And to clarify my question, okay, and it's all right if the papers are seen in the videos that we are making. Is it okay?
Sorry?
So in the videos that we are gonna make, is it okay if the papers are actually seen in the video?
I cannot hear you clearly.
Hello? Hello?
If you something about the video and what?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Can you speak longer sentences?
Okay. Okay, so last question. Is it okay if the paper was seen in the videos that we are going to send?
The paper is seen?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is it okay? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's it for my question. Thank you.
Okay, no worries. Okay, let me check. Yes, the recording of this Zoom meeting will be shared. The PPT will also be shared. And thank you for helping answer all the questions here. Yeah, Trihasna. Okay. I'll try to add more information in the PPT before we share it to you guys. Yeah. And yeah, I will put FAQ based on the questions that you ask. Okay, I think it will make it easier for everyone. Okay. I may have missed some parts. Does the speaker record different video for each or in one video? Different. So you have to submit 2 videos into 2 different Google Forms. Maximum 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Minimum actually 8 minutes. Let me put more details in the PPT later on, yeah, before I share it to you guys. Yeah, if there is no more question, Miss Desi, aku balikin lagi ke Miss Desi.
Right. Well, actually, we've got several questions in the chat. Have you read it?
Yeah, I think Trihasna already helped answer, and
right.
it's
All right.
already okay.
All right. So I think if that's all, there is no more questions, then we can finish this.
Oh ya, Miss, ada ini question. Is there any group WA to coordinate and get update information?
Nggak ada. You have to turn in our Instagram. Any questions will be answered in DM, or any information or announcement will be will be published in our Instagram and also Facebook. We've got Facebook and also Instagram actually. Both of them are connected, so they will both of them will share the same information. Itu
Oh, okay.
aja.
One last question ya. Liani SMA Advent, yes?
Excuse me, so just want to clarify. You said it before that the minimum of the speech is 8 minutes, but in the PPT is actually say 4 minutes. Between 4 to 8 minutes.
Which one is correct?
So which one is correct, Kanggi?
In the PPT, it means that that is the argument, but the total speech is at 8 minutes. Because in speech you have background and you have arguments, right? So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
I think we still have some questions in the chat room. So can you please recap, all right? Because it's a basic questions about how many videos should be uploaded, something like that. So I think it's very basic. I'm afraid that they will mislead it.
Okay, wait. Clara Ray. Sorry, I meant each person in the group should upload their parts differently by our own YouTube channel, or one video contains 3 speakers of the group. No, it has to be different videos. Yeah. So if there are 3 participants from your school, it means that there will be 6 videos, but one participant has to upload 2 videos. Okay, it's not a group work. Oh, okay, Clara Ray already understood, yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Trihasna.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Trihasna, for helping us answering the questions. Is there any more questions, guys? Nggak ada. Kalau nggak ada, oke. Makasih banyak banget. Terima kasih juga untuk teman-teman bahasa Indonesia yang sudah bergabung di sini, teman-teman LDBI. To finish our meeting today, so I would like to invite Ibu Tanti to lead us to pray. Semoga NSDC 2024 Provinsi DKI Jakarta ini berjalan dengan lancar, bukan hanya hari ini aja, tetapi juga pelaksanaan terutama pada tanggal 29 dan juga penjurian sampai dengan tanggal 3 nanti semua berjalan dengan lancar. Amin. Dan juga insya Allah kita akan mendapatkan 3 yang terbaik yang akan mewakili Provinsi DKI Jakarta. Saya ulangi lagi ya guys ya. Kita akan ambil 3 besar, best 3, tapi just in case there's something happen, seperti misalnya tahun lalu, peringkat 2 ternyata dia harus sekolah di luar negeri gitu, dan bisa di-replace di peringkat selanjutnya, yaitu peringkat 4. Demikian informasinya ya guys ya. Gitu. Jadi kalian siap-siap terus, komitmen penuh bahwa best 3 atau 3 orang yang akan represent Jakarta betul-betul mau ikut pelatihan dengan sungguh-sungguh karena membawa nama baik Provinsi DKI Jakarta gitu ya. Jadi nggak ada yang dulu pernah nggak bisa, saya mau ada ujian A-level lah apa segala macam, nggak bisa. Jadi kalian harus mengedepankan tugas ini sampai dengan bulan Juli, sampai dengan pelaksanaan NSDC tingkat nasional gitu. Alright, thank you. Oke, Bu Tanti silakan.
Ya, baik. Bapak Ibu terdengar ya suara saya ya dengan baik ya. Baiklah. Iya. Baik, untuk semuanya marilah kita berdoa untuk kesiapan kita sampai nanti ke hari Senin tanggal 29 April dan sampai nanti kita dapat kandidat 3 orang untuk maju ke tingkat nasional. Mudah-mudahan hari ini dan selanjutnya acara kita bisa berjalan dengan baik dan bisa menghasilkan kandidat-kandidat yang bisa mewakili Provinsi DKI Jakarta. Semoga DKI Jakarta untuk debat nasional, debat sekolah nasional atau National School Debating Championship dan juga debat untuk bahasa Indonesia berjalan dengan lancar dan menghasilkan kandidat-kandidat atau petarung-petarung untuk di nasional, untuk debat kita, untuk di Provinsi DKI Jakarta berjalan dengan baik. Berdoa dipersilakan dengan kepercayaannya masing-masing. Silakan berdoa. Berdoa selesai. Baik, terima kasih Bapak Ibu. Semoga hari ini dan selanjutnya kegiatan kita untuk lomba debat Provinsi DKI Jakarta untuk bahasa Indonesia, debat bahasa Indonesia dan juga debat bahasa Inggris berjalan dengan lancar. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Baik, terima kasih banyak Bu Tanti. Sekali lagi kami mengucapkan banyak terima kasih kepada semua peserta dan juga Bapak Ibu pendamping, guru pendamping, dan juga panitia yang sudah bekerja keras sehingga terwujudnya acara hari ini dan juga sampai besok, sampai minggu depan. Mudah-mudahan kita menghasilkan yang terbaik untuk Provinsi DKI Jakarta. Kita provinsi terakhir jadi DKI ya, betulkah? Mari kita persembahkan yang terbaik untuk Jakarta, gitu ya. Oke. Terima kasih banyak. Kami akhiri. Mohon maaf apabila ada kesalahan dari kami semua. Dan sekali lagi terima kasih banyak. Kak Anggi, get well soon. Semuanya mudah-mudahan kalian sehat semua anak-anak ya. Dan Bapak Ibu guru pendamping. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Terima kasih semuanya.
Waalaikumsalam
Terima kasih
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
semuanya.
Thank you.
Ya.
Kak Anggi, cepat sehat.
Thank you.
Mbak Desi.
Terima kasih Mbak Desi.
Terima kasih
Ibu-ibu,
Kak
bapak-bapak.
Ujang, terima kasih.
Kak Anggi.
Bapak Ibu pendamping.
Happy recovery.
Halo Kak Ola.
Bye.
Bapak Ibu pendamping
Terima kasih.
semuanya.
Terima kasih, Bu.
Terima kasih.
Bu Desi,
Sehat
Mbak
semuanya
Anggi.
ya.
Semuanya
Pelaksanaan. Bu Evi.
Ya, Bu Wiji.
Ya, bye.
Terima kasih Pak Ujang.
Semuanya
Makasih.
sehat-sehat
Pak Ujang,
semuanya,
Pak Ujang
Nak,
masih
ya.
ada, Masya
Ujang, Pak
Allah.
Ujang.
Pak Ujang,
Pak
terima
Ujang masih
kasih.
ada, Masya
Tungguin.
Allah.
Kan lagi kursus bahasa Inggris saya.
Makasih Pak Ujang. Thank you
Ya,
very
yuk,
much.
makasih Bu
Makasih
Nesta.
banyak.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Good luck for
Mas
everyone.
Wildan,
Good luck
izin, makasih
everyone. Thank
semuanya.
you.
Pamit ya.
Ya, makasih banyak Bapak.
Ya,
Mas
terima kasih
Wildan,
Pak Ujang.
Mas Wildan, Bayu, semuanya makasih banyak ya.
Bu Desi juga, terima kasih banyak. Terima kasih Mbak Evi.
Anytime, terima kasih.
Dadah, semuanya sehat
Good
selalu.
luck.
Sehat-sehat semua ya.
Mbak
Good luck ya, Mbak.
Mbak, aku live ya.
Ya, oke, live ya.
Thank you, Mbak.
Oke,
Assalamualaikum.
nanti di-posting di IG kita ya.
Siap.
Oke, thank you ya
Izin.
sayang. Yuk, makasih.
Sama-sama.
Bye-bye.
Kak
Izin
Anggi,
live,
speed
izin live ya
recovery
Bu
ya.
Desi.
Yuk, makasih
Ya,
Vivi.
Mbak
Yuk,
Vivi, thank you.
Mas
Mbak
Wildan,
Wiji,
makasih.
Bu
Thank you,
Tanti.
aku
Ya.